So to understand what I'm about to explain to you, I want you guys to look at these images. I'm going to put three images up, and maybe you like them, maybe you don't. Just look at them, observe them, and just have a opinion about them, right? And I'll put them up right now. And now the idea that I have for this video is that there's really a few core ideas, but the main idea is that context destroys the imagination, right? So if I were to explain to you the roots of these images, you may not like them as much, right? When I did a social experiment in real life today, I asked about 5 or 6 people, very small sample size, but each of them had really nice things to say about those images until I explained to them where they came from. And that's what it is. And then later on I'll review where each image come from, but you'll kind of be surprised of how your opinion kind of change, and be very honest with yourself. You'll find it fascinating. And the next thing is that comparison kills. So oftentimes we compare, like, let's just say you see a video of someone doing a dangerous stunt, but you've seen something much more dangerous a couple of days prior, right? Now it's going to kind of kill this enjoyment of this current event that you could have had, right? If you enjoy those things. And that's the idea that comparison kills. And that goes back to this idea of the context, right? The moment it doesn't feel so extraordinary or awesome and it's just mundane, you kind of lose the excitement about those images. So now you have this context that's killing the imagination, but also your prior knowledge is also killing the joy that you may experience with this new experience, right? Now, and I wrote down a few ideas I have here. Last thing I'll say before I review the reason for this video, which is the image, where the roots of those image is that labeling gives it a form and a container, so that when you see, like, I'll just put this up for example. When you see like this candle here, right, and you call it a candle, you say it has glass and it's wax and it has a wooden top. You're labeling it, and you've given a container in your mind. So now you know what this is. This does not interest you any further. But even just looking at this candle, the longer you look at it, there's so much more intricacies to it that you would not be observing if you just simply just called it candle, right? So if you just put it right here and just say it's candle, you're going to forget about it. But when you actually look at it, you see what it's made of, you smell it. It's not just candle, right? When your brain just labels something as just candle, you kind of really shrink what life really is. Not just life, but just what the world is. And I'll tell you, the first image I put up, it's the one with the stoplight. I think a few of them may have stoplights, but this one here, I just took it on my way home from work, right? It was a full moon, and I just took that shot because I thought it looked nice. All right, so now it's not as extraordinary as you may even presumed. It's not a foreign country. It's just here in Florida. And the second shot I shot in Las Vegas. I think I was drunk at 6 a.m. and I just wanted to take a picture of how slow and dead it was compared to when I first arrived. The last picture is a picture of my backyard. It's just a tree that I really like. So none of these images have real significance to them. Maybe they're very mundane, but a lot of people who I showed to in real life really thought they were professionally done, or they had their own story. Maybe they thought it was a scene from a movie. Everyone had a little different take on it that wouldn't have came about. Their imagination would have been able to enjoy that moment if I were to just tell them what it was.